Hi everyone, I'm Michael Preuss of the Digital Experience team, and this is the first group conversation of the fiscal year. It's kind of awesome to get to kick it off. It's our first group conversation in a while. Our last one was supposed to be the day after our going public day. We ended up moving it because we figured attendance would be a little limited because it was a big day for everybody. So we've got a lot of stuff to review. I'm going to go off the usual script a little bit because there's one point I really want to dig into and hope to guide the majority of our conversation. But I do want to make sure I acknowledge just a high level what we've been up to. Some amazing pieces of work, cross-functional things that have been tried and failed that we're getting success at, like Google Analytics, all the IPO readiness work, OneTrust rollout, seamless change of our cookie acceptance tool. Just so much work to be proud of. I'm really happy with what we've been contributing. As you can see on the left here, like feel free to scroll through everything. It's very cool. And what I do want to dig into is the information architecture refresh, which will be combined with a new brand refresh rollout over Q1. So what you see here, I'll dig into in a Figma file in a moment. I just want to set the bounds of how we should be looking at this and taking it in. So it's really easy to kind of look over to the right here and think, oh, the navigation, I see it. This isn't navigation yet. First off, we think of these as information neighborhoods. These are content types or themes of content that should be living within one another because they're related or they complement one another. And we've been looking at a ton of data. We're going to collaborate closely with the SEO team. We're making sure that when we make these changes, we're not going to break any of the links you got saved or going to. We're not going to lose Google rankings. We do anticipate, in my experience, when we make these kind of changes, there will be a dip because there's a bit of a learning curve, but we're confident that this base, this foundation we're putting forward puts us in a better position to optimize up and out from. So hopping into Figma, just to start off with, what are these colors? Like, why are these icons? I just want to set that stage a little bit. So the blue, primary business driving landing pages. I think one thing I'd like to put forward with our marketing site is, yes, everything does eventually lead to a funnel to conversion, but we should have some pages that just allow people to breathe and educate themselves and learn. Similarly to if you're shopping, you go into a store, if you're like me, the last thing I want is a salesperson coming right up to me immediately and just asking me what I want. I just need a little time, situate myself. And then that's what those yellow pages are, is they get a little bit more specific. This is where the funnel starts. We're pulling them towards a conversion action. This color over here, the utility education pages, these are awesome. These are, when I look at this, I see many businesses within GitLab that are doing amazing things for us. And the green ones are category ownership, point of view pages. So we're the DevOps platform. We're the one DevOps platform in the marketplace. We need to put our point of view forward in our opinionated perspective of how DevOps should work and how to use GitLab to do that. The rest of this, I'm sure you've read while I've been talking, and it's pretty straightforward. So let's jump up here and I'll just talk through these content neighborhoods in no priority order or anything. They're just in this order because that's the order that I put the sticky notes in FigJam here. So homepage, of course you're gonna have homepage. Let's not even talk about that. Why GitLab? Let's help people make their decision. And rather than thinking of competing, let's talk about why us over our competitors. I feel like it's a more confident point of view. And this allows us to buy out Google ads against our competitors and have a page that's specifically targeted. If I'm looking for GitHub continuous integration, we can buy that search term and have our page at the top and talk to that potential customer and tell them why to choose us over one of our competitors. So these, this isn't the final list. A lot of this is just for illustrative purposes of, okay, well, what does make up that content? So we'll work together with product marketing and product intelligence to get that final list. Features and solution, the concept I'm hoping to get across here, solutions are made up of a combination of GitLab features. I think of this the same as Nike. So Nike has a shoe, what's a shoe that I can think of? The Air Jordan Low. That's one of my favorite shoes. It's very simple, one color. But the Air Jordan Low is made up of some features that Nike has. It's made up of an air bubble. It's made up of reflective materials. It's made up of a leather upper and a middle. These are all features. You know, I would love a day where they make it in a Flyknit. Like Nike has these features in this technology and they put them together into a solution. We do that. We do that at GitLab. We're the one DevOps platform that has many, many stages that solve problems with different combinations of our features. So you can think of digital transformation, for example, which is in our category leadership. We'll get into that in a moment. Digital transformation is made up of delivery automation, continuous software security assurance, and continuous compliance. And then each one of these solutions has multiple features that enable this solution. So that's what the features is, that's what the solutions is. I'd like to see us organizing things by solution. We can even say by industry. You know, the example I'm giving here is someone who's in transportation. You know, another company is starting to really bite into the success of their company. They can't understand how are they winning all these contracts. They read about this thing, digital transformation. Maybe I need to digitize my operations. If we had a by industry transportation, from a customer-centric point of view, I can come in and say, that's me, this is the content I'm looking for, and then we can guide them through the rest of our content. So that's the industry angle. The by department angle, we have the QA tester. It's an example I've been loving to think of. I started part of my career in QA testing at Electronic Arts. I'm really good at NBA Live 95 if anyone wants to play that game. But I've heard of GitLab. I want to use a more modern system. I can go to this page and learn what it does for me and then start to educate my business of why we should bring it in. And that's a nice land and expand. So for all of these different departments, we can speak directly to that prospective customer. And then finally, this is just for space saving side by side. There's no reason other than that. But by technology, pretty straightforward. You're using this. This is why you choose us, or this is what we can do for you. And by company size. So as you can see here, that's again pretty straightforward. Okay, so jumping up to category leadership. We need to own this space. We should own this space because we are the best tool. And this is where these two neighborhoods are highly related. So first off, we're seeing a lot of positive results in our Google Analytics of pulling people to our site with what we currently call topics pages. Now, topics and solutions are related, but they don't play nicely together. So we're going to lose the concept of topics and just say, these are categories that we want to lead. We're going to create pages that are a little bit more elevated and link to the other pages so that we can get that Google juice, we can get that high ranking, and we can meet people in more of an awareness level rather than and help guide them towards consideration. So that's what you're seeing on the left here. On the right, what do these look like? There are stages. We should have an opinionated view of what DevOps is, and this is how leading companies do it, and this is how GitLab operates within it. I've been using Verify as the example of my ultimate state. Each one of these would have this, but I view this as something that the brand team, my digital experience team, content, product marketing, we would all really come together, product as well, to make this experiential page that is really impactful. And on that page for Verify, I'd love to see something like a little component that says you want to upload or paste in some of your code, and we will run part of our free Verify product on it. We do it. Maybe we find something, maybe we don't, but then someone is actually using our product, they're seeing our product, and then when they're engaged with it, we give them some valuable information and then encourage them to sign up for a free trial. So triggering loss aversion, we've given something, no one wants to have something that's been given, taken away, so we're helping move them towards using our product. Pricing, of course, we're gonna have a pricing page. These are all pages that should be related. And then get started, an action-oriented section of our marketing site. So obviously we have free trial, we have install. These are huge pages for us. They're consistently in the top 5. for sessions, traffic, and they drive a lot of our business. So we're going to just keep doing what we're doing there because we'll lean into our strengths. Something I believe we're missing are just checklists to make it easy for people to make the decision, lower the barrier to entry, let them know that the commitment level can be incrementally applied. So, this is for illustrative purposes. We can get a bit sharper on this, but choose whichever industry you're in. Here's a quick checklist to set up. So this is how you should organize groups. This is how you should organize epics and issues. This is how you should organize your permissions, all of that stuff. Something a little more granular, like continuous integration. Okay, you want to set it up? Here's what you do. Build a business case for GitLab. Let's put together the materials for people that want to bring GitLab into their business to make that case. Let's make that really easy. So you can get an idea. Again, another one, like let's give documentation and assets for people that are already our customers. We know it's harder to get a new customer than grow a current customer. So let's give them tools to grow with us. Support partners, alliances, resources. A lot of this is here to support current customers or support that journey. So those will be definitely involved. But as you can see with the color combo, effectively what we should think of as the marketing site, the funnel that is an e-commerce platform that is driving self-service, no-touch sales, unless it passes a certain threshold, effectively is everything over here to the left. This is in a support of, or in augmentation to, if it's partners and alliance. And then everything here is, again, I really think that these are little small businesses like docs. That's to support current customers. It's awesome. It's documentation, it's guidance. The blog definitely helps us over here, but it's a newsroom. It's creating content all the time. It's creating demand. It's creating interest. GitLab Learn, we're doing amazing things. We're starting to create a whole new job description. We're giving accreditation. We're creating classes. This is so cool. That's a business. Customer case studies, or I mean, even want to make a recommendation. We talk about success stories. Let's frame things and the good that we're having. I could see that coming over here. This definitely helps us with our social proof of the amazing things we've done with other customers. For now, we're going to leave it here just because of the sheer scope of the work over here. Again, as you can see, community, all remote events, jobs, the company, like these are big, big parts of the experience. So that's the world that we've put together. That's what we like to execute on. We have this epic. Definitely happy to get your input. I've gone through and just put into, as you can see, a spreadsheet, everything we saw in that visual, the neighborhood it's in, who the content DRI is, who will be consulted as the DRI, what part of the marketing funnel, what phase. So phase 1 is the stuff we're going to get after in this coming quarter. And then if the new brand is planned to be rolled out on it. Further down on this epic, you can find some data that informed all these decisions, some sites we looked at, and some potential decision trees. I already see Ty's stoked on this. That's so cool. I really, really would appreciate ensuring that all of our blind spots are covered. And we need your support. We need your collaboration in this. So I'm hoping that this group conversation, we can sit and listen and take notes, and we can all get there together. Thank you very much.